Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Eberron, Ashes of the Last War. I'm Obsidia, everybody's favorite Death Knight, and the DM to this plucky group of adventurers. Tonight we are going to go do our standard round-the-table introductions before we hop on over to a brief session recap and we jump right back in. We have some hot and spicy things happened last session, and you'll notice some new faces are here. So let's start off with our kitty mage, Paige.
Yep, that's me. I play Paige the Time Wizard. But I'm Yulia. I go by Royal Knight VT on both Twitch and Twitter. Do a bunch of Skyrim, do a lot of variety games, play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons with these wonderful people. And always so happy to be here. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you a bunch. Because next up, we got all the bananas up in here. Speaking of this orange feller, what you got there, Fracky?
Ooh, I liked it. That was one of my favorites so far.
I live to please.
Yes, but hello everybody. My name is Lily. I am playing Fruling. I can't even do it. Fruling. That probably is better, but maybe it's harder to say. But you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Lily Faywood. Coming off of a hiatus, but if you like music, if you like D&D, if you like JRPGs, RPGs, and stuff like that, feel free to stop by. I know I'll be playing Fire Emblem Engage when it comes out next Friday.
Very exciting for all your historical waifus you're about to put a ring on.
It's just Micaiah. I won't lie. If I don't know what else to do.
She is someone of a singular focus.
What was it?
Micaiah and Celica.
Infinite fucking will. Next up, we have everybody's most betrayed waifu. We have Jubilee.
Oh, I lost my title of most horny to most betrayed. Oh no. Hello everyone. I'm Maris and I will be playing Jubilee. Also on a hiatus as I figure out rebranding shenanigans, but in the meantime, you can enjoy my presence here and also over on Litro's channel for several D&D campaigns playing the most disastrous of buys, so it's always a good time being here with y'all.
You gotta play what you know. Is a classic way to be a role player.
Exactly.
The immersion.
I'm a method actor.
Next up, we've got a new face in town. Your favorite pal, Malral.
Hi, I'm going to be playing Malral this time. I will reveal the voice I'm going to be doing for him later. But yes, I am Dragon Guy now. So, yay. Get used to it.
Yay.
But yeah, if you like D&D like here, go ahead and visit over my channel. I do D&D over there as well, with a lot of these people here, especially with guest star Obsidia every now and then. So yes, do that.
Okay. Thank you, Litro. And then finally, last but never least in our hearts, we've got Cess the Mess.
Hi, it's me, Says.
NTR Queen.
What? I'm not even the... What the fuck? That's Paige and fucking Fru over there. What the fuck? Alright, listen, I'm Sif. I have no idea what these NTR charges are. I have not mentioned it once in the server. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but hey, listen, it's me, Sif. Living suit of armor, you know me, do art, play games, etc. Yeah. I love you, and I wasn't ready for that remark.
I love that switch too. It's me, Sif.
It's me.
Made your voice so much deeper when you said that.
I have to emphasize that I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat girl. This is the voice of a cat man.
There is no cat. Please, take the cat ears off me. They keep putting it back on.
We love catboys too.
Yeah, it's true. They are submissive and breedable. Yeah, we support that in this house.
Would Catboy be better for you?
Anyways, do we want to tell them that we're all going to be busy this weekend?
Yeah, so, the one announcement we have is there's going to be no stream from me this Friday because I'm going to be doing the adventuring IRL with these cute people Yay!
Woo!
It's gonna be fun.
We gonna be nerdy and see some flesh models right in your
God,
area.
flesh.
Oh boy,
Imagine-
we're the
imagine
flesh
having-
tubers now.
We are the flesh tubers.
They're not just 3D models, they're advanced 3D.
The ray tracing is incredible.
I'm saving up for all the aura redeems when we meet in real life.
I'll do my Southern Goth mommy for you, but
Yay.
but yes, so that's our big thing. The Ashes of the Last War plus extra cutie pies are gonna meet up and we're gonna party. It's gonna be awesome. Next up, previously on Eberron, Ashes of the Last War, our party was chilling out in Greywall, unwinding after their adventure in the skies in the mountains, when they all began to struggle with their inner demons in different ways. Jubilee, coming fresh off of all of her anger and resentment after that previous mission, was brought in by Kaishen to be instructed on how to be able to express themselves in a healthy way via art, to which they had a bit of a manifesto moment as they came to various revealed points about themselves, as well as learning some of the sad story about what Kaishen's family was like before it was gone, and Jubilee emerged, revitalized and energized to gatekeep and girl boss. Before we moved over to Cess, who decided to try and get Sylvana some of that vitamin D by taking her out amongst the town, having some meals, trying to help her just be less of a unstable mess, culminating in them having a romantic moment on the farmy hills overlooking Greywall, where Cess explained there was more to life than what she's been doing, and she needs to get out there and make some friends and fall in love kind of thing, and she gave her a demonstration about what it's like to have a huge flirt, and gave her a smooch on the cheek, to which Sylvana reacted very flustered. Upon returning to the mansion in Greywall, Paige flagged down Sylvana, where she helped actually resolve some of the distance that had grown between them ever since they were in Sharn together after a certain incident at a spa. And then Paige gave her a handmade little scrunchie to help push her hair back as she does her smithing, to which totally mind broke Sylvana. She was so happy to have it, and they have resolved to sleep together again and do much cuddles, much to Cess's chagrin, but that NTR arc is not over. And then finally, Paint had Cliff's parents and sisters arrive in town to get the deets on their mission for House Leander. This culminated in some casual racism, some corporate war profiteering ambivalence, as well as Cliff coming out to their mother about being a changeling, only to find out their mother knew they were a changeling all along and still loved them just the same as their child, and would accept them even with their new identity and new name, because there's enough trans DMs in this chat right now that had to be a thing. And then Paint followed this by then completely diming out Kairos and House Leander to his mom, which unfortunately Jubilee overheard, and this became the final betrayal of her trust in Fair Paint, as she did everything she could and he still spat in the face of her loyalty and betrayed the one person that she thought that, maybe she had more of a bond with. This then finished with Paint deciding that it was time for them to move on with their life and go start their orphanage so they could help other disadvantaged youths out there. And they packed up all their things and faded away. And that's where we start this morning, with our plucky group of adventurers awakening to a house that's a little quieter. There to be a few less faces around. So as you all gather together for your various increments of breakfast as you trickle on in, you actually have one of the few moments where everybody is in the same place together. Larissa comes in off of her balcony nest that she has built, looking tired and proceeds to start chugging down some coffee, unhinging her jaw like an anaconda. And Sylvana is going to look up to the empty space where Paint used to sit at the table and look over and it seems that they're really gone.
It seemed so that he had the strong will enough to see it through.
You surprised me for a moment by not being German.
I know. I messed up my accent. Fixing it mentally.
And then she'll kind of look over at Jubilee and be like, well, I can't even imagine what you're going through. You were so close after so many years, just to have them leave.
Honestly, it's probably for the best that they're gone. I'm not all that broken up about it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize something had happened. Just excuse me then for bringing it up.
No, it's fine. I was debating bringing it up. But since there's been calls to honesty in our group, I feel it best if I be forthcoming with what I know. And I realize that it may not have the same impact on everyone else that it does on me, but everything that we accomplished with Kairos and the elementals and the engine that his family's working on, yeah, Paint sold those secrets to his family.
Oh. Weren't we under contract or whatever to like not do? They gonna
Well,
be
if
alright?
you sign your name as someone that you're not, I guess it doesn't really apply to you. So he thinks.
Says like is doing some internal thinking right now and just shakes her head. I am okay. From a purely professional standpoint, that's fucked. We do we need to get lawyers for that?
Hey, we'll be in contact with Kairos about the situation, and I will keep you all informed about what he wants to do next.
If there's anything the rest of us can do to help, just let us know. I mean, like, I'm not the best at legal stuff, but if you needed someone to go talk to Paint and ask them about this, I know you definitely don't seem like the type to want to do that right now.
I already asked him about it before he left.
Did they? I thought. I doesn't that put us at risk?
In a way, it does.
No.
It puts our reputation at risk a bit.
No, it puts mine at risk.
Oh, hold on. We all signed up for that job together, all right?
Yes, but it was my good word that allowed Paint to be there. I told Kairos that, whatever family squabbles they had, it wouldn't matter because we've got a job to do and we'd keep it professional, but
this isn't the
It's
kind. Sorry,
it's
go ahead.
on me. It's on me.
It's any one of us could have sold out. Any one of us could have sold out Kairos. To be fair, maybe some workarounds given the contract, but any one of us could. And when we signed that, we all gave our word that we wouldn't do that. You know, we agreed to it. That's how contracts work. Yeah. I know you feel personal about this issue. I mean, God forbid, there's no way you couldn't feel personal about this issue. They were both your friends. I'm not certain anymore, but you cared about them at the time. I just.
The difference between you and Paint, though, Sess, is you didn't cozy up to me to get this job. Left in such a hurry after they got all the secrets. I can only imagine that's the only reason why they were here.
Okay.
Mm.
Really quick back to my first point before we continue on with this, because that's very important to talk to about. But as a group, as an adventuring company, we all share responsibility here. We don't. No one person is above another in terms of true management. Okay, we all discuss things, we all work things out, and we all sign that contract. So first things first, we need to figure out if this can come bite us in the ass. If you're going to talk to Kairos and work that out, that's fine. Keep us informed. In the meanwhile, we should probably look into something. I could maybe ask LD, although I doubt any legal representation we could get from him would be above the board.
I'd rather not be knocking on the doors of the underworld just yet.
You could very well just off them for the crime of this.
Tempting, but
Look,
we'll use that as a
we're not
last
killing
resort.
our friends, are we?
Not yet.
No,
That-
no, we're not. No.
But that friend point brings up something important. Do you feel betrayed? I mean, that's a stupid question to ask. Of course you do. Do you want us to just be done with Paint entirely? Like, I know they said they're in town, they're running the orphanage. I was there on the train when they said some pretty awful things, and I'd assumed that they were just bad with words, but after hearing this,
I would rather not see them for I don't know how long, but after I just thought that I could do something good for them. And I guess it I guess it just blew up in my face, didn't it? So I'm in no hurry to see Paint again. If I do see them, it will be polite and cordial, probably.
no, fuck that noise. Be spiteful.
Well,
You were good to them. No, listen. This is the thing. It's okay to be good to people and to give them the benefit of the doubt, but if they ain't good back to you, then that's their fault. That's their waste. Okay? Paige, you weren't there. Fru, you weren't there. I know Kaishin was there, but Cliff's word and Paint's word and back on that train was not the cleanest, and that's why we were in a separate room. And after hearing this, I don't know if he's like ever gonna be welcome in these. If they're ever gonna be welcome in these halls again, you know. I don't know. It's just not right. Getting betrayed by someone you cared about it never sits right.
I'm sure
And
that Kairos would be the best person to handle this situation, given the fact that it will be likely trying to go up against the dragon-marked house's words. Likely need to have the power of another dragon-marked house.
I agree.
Yeah, either him or his cousin.
both, probably. She's kind of the brains of the operation.
It might be
Yeah, I
better to be
figured.
her, to be honest. I don't know if exactly Kairos has the best legal mind for these things.
No,
He
but
seemed very knowledgeable.
we did sign the contract for him, though, so I do feel it's best to at least inform him about what happened.
What were you saying, Paige?
Oh, I said that he was at least very knowledgeable about it, though. But
True.
Worst case, you can definitely put the words in the right ears. Yeah.
That is true. He's good at that.
Um, Anybody got anything else they'd like to say about paint? I think Lily needs to make sure their room's cleared out too, just in case. Doesn't seem like a thorough guy at this point. If they didn't think through all this first.
No, I think they thought through this pretty clearly, from what we've been told.
Lily's gonna come up, holding a big like picture frame. And gonna hold it in front of you guys. I found this in his room.
What's on the picture? Is it an empty frame?
No, I guess, and she, this thing's very big for her little goblin self.
Oh shit. Says will help.
So she turns it around and holds it up, and Cess kind of takes it over and lifts it up. Yeah, it was the only thing left in their room, aside from, the furniture that had already existed. As you guys all look at this painting, you see the following. In the upper left of the painting, it's Paige, her spellbook open and spelling out pages as they fly up along some semi-translucent clocks. The pages are warped and distorted the further away they get from her. In the upper right, Cess gives the Rosie the Riveter pose, only instead of looking at the viewer of this painting, she looks down over the other members of her team. Fru is near the back, crossbow drawn and ready as they watch the backs of their companions with suspicious caution, and they also look very tired and in need of rest. Larissa flies over all of them, singing their praises as blue feathers slowly fall over them all. Silvada is closest to Paige, holding a pocket watch in a gauntleted hand, while the other holds on to Paige's hand, I assume. The grip looks tight, her clothing having the pattern of a fractured mirror. And Kai-Shen is the closest to Fru, while he watches the enemy's back. Kai-Shen is... his face appears to be grizzled and aged, but his eyes glisten with sadness. And then there's Jubilee, her sword in the ground, and in the front of the group. At this angle, it looks as though she holds the group on her back, her face stoic with the traits of her original heritage. And that's the painting there.
How kind of him to leave a parting gift.
I think it looks wonderful, and I don't know. I just feel like paint just might be bad at words and hard at expressing himself. I know he's going through a lot, but I don't really think he meant ill harm to you or to us. I generally think that when we see him again, he's gonna be a better person.
Someone that's so hard on themselves are also the people that are the easiest to take advantage of.
I know you're hurting a lot right now, Jubilee, and it's completely understandable that you're mad at him. I don't know. He was
Paige,
a part of... Huh?
I hope you never lose that sense of optimism.
Lily, I think for now, while we discuss business, we should put this painting away till we decide where to place it. Is there a spare storage room somewhere I could bring this to?
Well, I could just put it back until their room.
I guess that's fair. Do you want me to do it, Lily? It's a little big.
No, I can handle it, Seth.
Are you sure?
Yes.
A very important part of working is not overworking now. Okay.
Lily stomps her little goblin foot in front of you.
Okay, you seem to got it. All right, I'm gonna give it to you, but don't be afraid to ask for help now.
I don't need any help. I'm taking care of you.
I'm sorry, just thinking of that like "oh you" meme where it's like the guy looking down at the dog and the dog looking up at the guy, but it
Are
says.
you trying to say Lily's a dog?
Oh, ayo.
Yo, I mean, there's a comment the player can make, but he's not brave enough. Anyways, Lily, here you go.
She will take the painting and kind of put it over her head as she walks a little wobbly upstairs.
Jubilee. Can I say one more thing about this?
Sure.
For what it may be worth, it seems evident that Pain did not exactly view themselves as a part of this group when they left. Now, I do not exactly think that this means that they never thought that they were, but obviously trust had been broken, and the gifts that they wanted to leave to us, they wanted to make sure had as much neutrality about it as possible so that we would treasure it. Now, is it right what they did? No, it was not. But it would be good to have in the entryway so that people know that we are important enough to get the painting be done of us. Can always be used to take advantage. We can always take advantage of it in the same way that you feel.
Well, it's a fair point, but the painting's not exactly a true likeness of me anymore.
Was the sword heal, by the way, or was it just a regular sword? Yeah. I was just curious if it was noted.
I'm gonna assume it was a normal sword, and Jubilee did not have any Fey features because it was not stated.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how your breakfast goes. You have about another week of just kind of idle downtime as you pursue your own respective, chores, errands, activities, hobbies, etc. If there's anything of note, please let me know now.
During this time, Juby would go ahead and get that message to Kairos.
Okay.
Not a traditional letter. She would use, magic means to do so because she doesn't trust that the letter will end up in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
And just kind of very, very simply tell him that his family's investment has been compromised, basically.
Oof. Okay. So you can send him an arcanogram through House Civis.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? All right then. So after about a week, you guys receive your next arcanogram, which says that you are being offered another contract. This time, you are to journey to Sharn. It is for House Deneith, the dragon-marked house of bodyguards, basically, for those who trust the bodyguard system so much that they don't have their own private ones. These are generally the premier security experts of Cover. and it is offering you 750 gold each for a 3-day bodyguard duty for a high-value target, but they will not state who it is until you've accepted the contract.
Sharn definitely seems to be the place to be. That's what you say.
Sharn, baby.
You must be happy about that, to be able to go back home so often.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we keep going back.
It's perfect.
Here I was saying that I wanted to stay out of Sharn for a little bit, so that way I could lose some heat on me. But these haven't exactly been in Sharn as much as around it.
Well, you're supposed to meet with Lord Davian D. Deneith at the House Deneith fortress building in the upper towers of Sharn.
Obsidia, my love, are you going to put that name in the chat, please?
Yes, my cat love.
Thank you.
I posted in the Twitch chat because that was the closest chat I had on hand.
Thank you.
Is this a house that Jubilee, or at least the Ravamons, would be familiar with?
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%.
I would assume so.
Professional courtesy, you guys know they are the dragon marked house who does bodyguard work. It's just, if you're another dragon marked house, you probably don't want to use another dragon marked house for your personal bodyguards.
Fair. Gotcha.
That's why you guys are the personal sword bodyguards to House Leander. So you're very well aware of them. They do a lot of private security. Some claim they have private armies that they lease out for mercenary work. They do individual bodyguard stuff, all that kind of business. They're the most militant out of all of the dragon marked houses. And it includes your business class travel to Sharn, since you no longer have the first class Cliff/Pain/nobody in the party.
Rip. We have to actually be with the people.
It's still business class, so it's better than most people.
We still get private rooms, you know? Back in Coach, they all seat us all together. There's no privacy, you know? It gets real bad.
All right. But yeah, so you've got your tickets. They're supposed to leave tomorrow morning. And you guys can grab your necessary prep stuff.
Did we ever fully decide on who we're bringing, by the way?
You guys never said. The vote was never fully cast. So which one of your NPC companions do you wish to bring with you? Kaishen, Sylvana, or Larissa?
I think we kind of established that we were going to bring Sylvana.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
fine.
I think that's how the group is leaning, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Sylvana will happily perk up at the chance to join you guys again. And she will grab her stuff and get ready to mosey on out. Are there any final things you want to do before you get on the train?
I think, as usual, Fru would send just a letter back to Snow, just kind of informing them of their movements again.
Okay.
I got nothing. Let's get on this train.
Okay.
Go!
Let's go. Next morning, you all board your train. It's a classic day and a half. You know this. You've taken this train ride so many times at this point. Is there anything you want to do or say while you're on the train?
Do we have like a communal room?
You've got like your own like sleeping berths together.
Yeah, okay.
It's a business classroom, all right? So it's not super spacious, not super grand, but we have privacy.
Yeah.
Come on, Cheeto boy, what do you want to say?
Cheeto boy.
I'm sorry, Fru is orange.
You know, it's funny.
Flaming hot.
I'd call you orange juice because you're nothing but concentrate. Ooh!
Oh,
Oh,
it's
oh,
funny
whoa, whoa, whoa.
because this is happening while on the day over.
Yo,
You
it's
okay?
it's my boy.
I am truly flaming hot now.
Yeah, the juice
You'll
is
see it.
loose. Let's go.
What? What is happening?
Wait, hold on. It says I'm not logged in. What? Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, you're not
What the-
switching. You silly goose.
What is going on?
I'm
So-
switching to red.
Yes, we assume that Fru is switching to red.
Oh, so they Kool-Aid. Okay, got it.
Aside from that, I'm just waiting for Fru to burst through a wall. Then,
Oh, we can
aside
burst
from
through
that,
something, all right.
if you
Hey
guys
yo.
Oh,
so horny,
I know this
It's
is.
the cat girl. It's not me. It's the cat girl.
Right. never turns it off.
So unless you nobody else wants to say anything, you will arrive in Sharn, and you can head on up to the wonderful upper towers, where literally the air smells better, and there's plants and the birds are there, even though they're fake birds, but they're there. And if you just wish to have a guided path along, you eventually arrive at this massive tower spire with walls surrounding it. And you see probably, a couple dozen or so various people, armed and armored people wearing House Deneith heraldry and stuff, coming and going from all manners of races and looks to be, careers. And as you enter the building itself, you see that there is one other person standing there, clearly waiting for something, and there is a receptionist, a male gnome, who is sitting behind a desk in a sterile white room with no doors aside from the one you came in on. Big House Deneith logo, or I guess giant logo on the wall behind him.
I must ask, Jubilee. You're familiar with this house, no? Given your line of work.
Yes. I mean, I didn't work with them because we're kind of sort of competition, but
Oh, but they're
Hmm?
hiring you. They're hiring us. Interesting.
That's kind
Maybe
of
people have
strange,
recognized
though,
your
do you think?
ability.
I hope that's the reasoning behind this. That would be nice to get that recognition. But anyway, it's not just me they're looking to hire. It's all of us.
I just purely wanted to check in to see if you knew anything about what to expect from these people. But
I imagine strictly business. Not too unlike previous jobs, but bodyguarding it's serious work, You gotta keep a sharp eye on everything, but I imagine the pay's pretty good. So
we'll be leaning on your expertise then, Jubilee.
So the other person standing in the room, I think they should probably be described. They look vaguely portraity. What would they happen to look like, Litro?
Standing nearby, you see a 7-foot tall, completely red dragonborn with long tendril-like hair. Bits of golden rings occasionally decorate that said tentacle hair. You can see he has a large scar across one of his eyes and another one across his snout. He looks stern and battle-hardened, and he is wearing armor that makes him look almost like a wall of steel. But as he looks down at all of you as you approach, he gets a simple smile on his face and goes, "Howdy."
Howdy
What's
to
up?
you too.
Hello
Hello.
there.
Are you also here for the job then?
That depends on which job. I imagine there's quite a few.
The one for Lord Davin D. Deneith, I think that's the right name.
That
Hold on, and
is
he starts going through the many different pouches on his immaculate armor before pulling out a small, tiny piece of paper, squinting as he puts it real close to his face. Yep, that's the one.
Oh no, the dad eyesight.
uh in that case, yes. That we are here for that as well.
Ah, then I guess we might be working together. My name is Malral.
Malral.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Uh,
A pleasure to meet you.
Well, we are we're rose gold.
Oh, how'd you get that name?
Might not be a good topic to ask about right now, but
A previous uh co-worker of ours gave it to us.
Hmm.
I'm sure you can imagine how adventurers don't want to talk about past work relations.
Oh, I get it. I used to be in the war. I've had plenty of my share of lost companions.
Condolences to you.
Yep. But it's fine. I'm sure they're all fine in the great sky or whatever it is they go. Looking down on me and calling me a shit face for not taking a better job.
they sound
Sorry,
charming.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but there's a certain kind of charm in friends like that, I suppose.
So, any of you experienced in bodyguard work before?
I would say I am.
Oh yes, she's very talented.
Oh.
we
Fantastic.
Yes, my family, the Ravamonts were quite familiar with bodyguarding, the industry.
I was also a bodyguard, but not in the same sense. More the fact that I just guarded with my body a lot.
Oh, I protected nobles from themselves and their bad decisions.
I got plenty of war stories of literally taking hits from people in the back.
Sounds a little more exciting.
What is your weapon of choice, if I might ask?
Well, I wasn't really. Technically, I was a soldier, but I didn't really use a weapon too often.
You
You
do
see,
use
back
a
in the war, I worked as both a medic and arms repair. Fixed up armor and weapons for the other soldiers. Even made my own armor here, and he goes ahead and knocks against it with a metallic clang. Otherwise, if I did ever have to hurt anyone, he pulls out from one of his main pouches what looks to be just a plain old blacksmith hammer. Simple tool for a simple job.
No frills.
Savannah will perk up at seeing you talk about your armor and such. Are you a smith?
Oh, why, yes. You see, I like to think that a lot of life can be compared to the amazing art that is blacksmithing.
Oh, I thought there was more to that statement.
Oh, yes. You see, life can be like an ingot. It can be pretty hard.
Oh, that was a joke! Ah! Sis, he also
That's a
crafts.
joke.
Oh, no. Trust me, I'm paying attention. I'm just, I guess you could say I'm studying this craft right now.
Oh, you like jokes? Oh, I got plenty of more jokes. What's a beholder's favorite food?
Eye
What?
candy.
Ice cream.
No?
Oh,
I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure they eat something else.
I think it's people, actually.
Yeah, people.
All right. Stop me if you heard this one before. What forest animal helps the druid get their nice green colors in their robes?
That's actually, it comes from a series of plant dyes.
A dire wolf.
Guys, please
I
stop
I don't know
enabling.
werewolf.
I don't
Oh
think
my
dire
goodness.
wolves are green. Are they green?
They are not normally
Guys.
green, but they can be, I guess, if they have close enough connection to one of the planes.
Oh, so like a really special dire wolf?
Yes, and then I presume that it's skinned for the process of making the robe.
Huh.
Maybe I should keep these jokes in the bar.
Can I help you, sirs and ladies? Little gnome says from behind his desk.
Yes, we are here for the mission for Lord D&D Deneith.
Oh, well, it's wonderful to hear. Let me just check the old Arcana scribe. And he starts typing some rune plates and stuff onto his scrying screen and goes, yes, rose gold and Malral. If you could please proceed through the door to your left, it'll take you to Lord Deneith's. And you see from the white wall a just swirling portal of energy appears.
That's for us.
Yes. Well, if you would please proceed along, I'm sure that he'll be delighted to see you.
Very well. And Fur will immediately take a step forward and go through that.
Age before beauty.
And Malral will walk through.
Do you have any idea how old that I am?
No.
99. What about you?
34.
Aha. Anyways, age and beauty before. And they walk forward.
I didn't know Fru was that old.
They look amazing.
I gotta get their skincare routine.
Maybe
I
you
mean,
should
Part of your
ask
team, but you don't know
Alyssa.
how old they are.
Fru keeps their cards close to their chest.
And you see Savannah go, their chest.
Silvana, you okay?
Oh, sorry. I mean the chest, obviously. It's quite a metaphor.
Let's just try to keep cool and get this job, okay?
Malral will walk through.
All right.
Jimmy just looks at Seth like, I don't get it. Did I say something wrong? Is that not how the saying goes?
Let it go over your head. Don't think about it because it went over your head, and just let's get the job. I mean, chances are we might not work with this guy a long time, anyways. Last time we did bodyguard work on the train, it was split up with another party, so who knows? Hey, there might actually be other parties up for this job too. Actually,
Well, then
The
we'll just
saying
have
goes, did I
to.
miss something? I'm sorry.
No, they're talking amongst themselves after you went through the portal.
Okay, I didn't know if I missed something if I didn't hear
No.
anything. Okay.
What were you saying, Jubilee?
I was just gonna say, well, then we'll just have to convince them that we're the right ones for the job.
all right, let's walk in. Let's walk in. Come on. Sylvana, Paige. She's like snapping her. Stop thinking about chests. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
She goes in.
Yeah, so everybody goes to the portal. You are in a white hallway that you see on the other side of the hallway. There is just a simple, plain black door. And as you start walking, the door doesn't seem to get any closer for a while. And you feel various, those of you who are arcane trained, you can feel various scrying and other divination magics going over each of you as you proceed through this hallway for several minutes.
After a while, Malral just starts running, trying to make any progress.
Crew keeps a pretty steady walk forward, but has their heavy crossbow out slung over their shoulder.
As they pass through, they'll go, raise you!
No, I'm going to take my time with this one. Age before beauty.
It's not 5 minutes later that he is on his knees.
A natural born sprinter, huh?
Are you okay?
There's always a lot longer than I thought.
I'd recommend taking more of a leisurely pace. It seems that they're doing some kind of scrying on us. Jubilee, is this something normally that happens?
I can't say that I really know. Different houses have different security measures. Can I do some kind of like Arcana check to see like what kind of shenanigans they're doing?
Yeah, make it Arcana with advantage. This is in your wheelhouse.
Oh boy,
Ooh.
19.
Big dick
Nice.
energy. Yeah, it looks like they're doing all kinds of they're casting True Sight over all of you guys to confirm your identities. You feel that there is just lots of detect magic being put over you, identifying that. There's other scrying mechanisms going on around you. Yeah, it definitely seems there's a lot of scrutiny going in upon you guys. And once you feel it over all of you for about 10 minutes, the distance between you and the door actually starts to shrink.
Yeah, they just they're essentially doing background checks, identity confirmation, detective magic. They want to know what weapons we have on us, that sort of thing.
I wonder what sort of background checks they would have for me. Maybe I'll ask them.
Are there any like obvious cameras, or is it all
No,
like?
it's all
Oh,
just
okay.
magical energy you feel around you guys. For those of you with Arcana, you are definitely getting the sense you're in a pocket dimension right now.
Ooh.
Pocket,
Okay.
what's it?
Pocket dimension.
Dimension, just until the scans are done.
That's a word I do not care to understand.
All I know is that this is a very long hallway, and they need to think about shortening it.
It will
Hold on,
be
they're doing it right now.
Yeah, it'll be an eternally long hallway till they're done doing their scans.
I don't think the building is big enough for that.
That's because we're not in the building. We're in a concept.
But we
What?
went in through the.
Goodness, for someone that has healing capabilities, the magic seems to elude you.
Magic.
People have their tricks.
What makes you think I use magic?
You said you healed people.
Yeah.
I heal people and I use red juice, okay?
That is
ain't
magically
magic.
created.
I'll look forward to seeing how you heal soon. Hopefully not myself.
And then you guys finally arrive at the door. And as you open it, you see an amazingly huge, basically, balcony slash office, which gives the entire back wall of it is taken by a window depicting the looks to be luscious forest and rolling hills and greenery with animals bouncing about in it. And you see a probably middle-aged human male with lots of scars, and one of his eyes is a some kind of magical item. As he's looking over some papers, there is a suit of full plate with a tower shield and a longsword, all of which is quite magical, hanging on an armor rack on the other side of the room. And this place is immaculately clean, and it seems to be also incredibly simple compared to some of the other dragon marked houses, buildings you've been in.
Nice suit.
You must be the contractors.
Indeed.
I'm Lord Davian D&D Eberron, and I'm here to give you the further information about the contract if you agree to sign for the contract as well as the non-disclosure agreement.
What is the duration of the contract?
3 days.
That's it?
Yes. The client was very specific that that was all they would require.
Sounds good to me if you're willing to pay. Hey, that plate looks really good. Looks like it's made out of a rogue's favorite metal. Steel.
It's actually made of adamantium.
Oh, that is nice.
Well, judging by how these processes go, I don't think that you're going to give us any more information until we sign, so
That is correct.
let's get on with it.
He snaps his fingers, and your magical contracts, your Giaz contracts and NDAs appear for your review and signature. They appear to be basically like every other one you've done for the Dragonmark houses.
Are we the only people you've inquired about this contract?
That is correct. You were specifically requested.
Specifically.
Oh,
Of course, there was intended to be an additional one of you, but it seems that that was not in the cards, so we foresaw this and used one of our other contractors to fill in the gap of the requirement.
I see.
Wait, y'all foresaw this? Like you was scouting us out and saw all this happen?
House Deneith is always watching.
Shivers.
I think Paige told me about a book like that. 1980 something?
That sounds like a stupid name for a book.
Well,
If we're here and they wanted to hire us, then that means that they trust us to get the job done.
right.
Is-
As long as I get paid.
Malral will go ahead and sign.
Okay. Everyone else sign?
Mhm.
Okay.
Take our time,
See-
but yeah.
Yeah, you were.
Sees
you-
Paige and Juby sign. I know this is okay now. Sign.
We gotta read the terms.
Yep,
This-
yep.
The smart people have read.
Meanwhile, I just have big curly font and a little heart over the eye, and
Wasn't it Sess who draws with the little cat face?
This time it's a little paw print next to the name says.
Oh, that's adorable.
Malral has a doctor's signature, which means it's completely unreadable.
Excellent. And with that, all the contracts disappear back into arcane space. and he gets up from behind his desk, and you see his armor just flies over and starts enshrouding him in its piece by piece as the shield goes onto his back and the sword at his hip as he starts walking towards the door.
Leaving
follow?
already, son?
I'm taking you to the teleportation location.
Oh,
That's a handy trick you got there. It'll definitely save me a lot of time if I could do that.
If you were born into a better dragon house, then perhaps that could have been a possibility.
I imagine if we're teleporting, it's a fair distance away.
That is correct.
I'm part dragon, does that count?
It is not the same.
No. Then I will.
But I'll be taking you to the House Orion teleportation circle, and we will get you to your next location where you will be guided to the client.
All right. After you.
He opens the door, and it appears as he opens the door, it leads into, like, when he opens it, it looks like a marble hallway as opposed to the just blank white one you had before. And as he steps into it, you see he then is in that big blank white room with the gnome secretary.
I like
Oh.
your efficiency, sir.
As you individually go through it, it's just like you opened a door and you walk into another room. There's no pocket dimension, there's nothing. It's just an instant. You definitely feel that rush of arcane energy as you definitely went through some kind of magical space, but it was instantaneous to take you back into the lobby.
Malral just looking behind him quickly, then looking back and is like, wait. Did that hallway curve?
Little known fact, but actually, most planes of reality curve. It's because they don't adhere to the normal rules about forward motion and Euclidean angles.
Well, then someone should really inform them about it then.
I'm sure they're aware, but I guess they could be notified.
I don't think that the Fey realm would like to be tamed and made it into a straight line.
You said line.
I did. That is true.
Follow me. And he just starts walking out the front door.
Here we go.
Life is like an ingot. If you hit it enough, throw it in the furnace enough, you could shape it to look like whatever you want.
Are you trying to say you should throw people into the furnace?
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd kill him.
That would kill most people. I don't think it would necessarily kill Jubilee, but
Well, it might not kill me, but it sure would hurt like the Dickens.
Well, I was thinking more of just we could straighten out the hallway.
by burning it?
If it needs to be.
I can't tell if that was a pun or a metaphor no more. So I think the joke is lost. We should go catch up with the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hate to fall behind
Okay.
after everything.
As you guys fall into place behind him, you notice that there are 6 heavily armored House Deneith guards that file into place around you guys behind Lord D&D as he walks you by. Just a few minutes to walk to the House Orion Mage Tower where the teleportation services are provided. You are all familiar with House Orion at this point, thanks to Cliff/Pain/Nobody. But as you go in, you see that there is an elf mage wearing all of the. They seem like their face is tattooed with that very uniquely high elf way of doing the skull mask on their skin, and their hands are also have skeletal motifs tattooed onto them as they talk to Lord D&D, hands some forms over. They look at the forms. The elf then looks at you all and goes, "Oh, apparently the Lord Orion has not participated in this contract, but that is no matter. Please proceed on to the circle, and we will have you brought over immediately."
Core? Thank you.
So, the Orions don't know about this contract?
Oh, no, this just, we expected that Lord Cliff de Orion would be a part of the contractors assembled, but it's of no matter.
I see. Yes, he's held up at the moment.
Truly unfortunate. All right, please all get in there together. Please keep your hands to yourselves. Do not exit the circle. And you notice about 3 other wizards come into the room. All right, and we will now begin the translocation. It will only hurt for a moment. And,
Hurt?
and as they say that, you guys get this wonderful feeling of vertigo and nausea as your stomachs turn inside out, as you blink through space and time, and you are now on a mage circle with a different group of wizards around you.
Malral just takes a second, puts a fist up to his mouth. Oh, one moment. And just burps fire for a second. All right,
Oh.
I think I'm good.
Oh.
Yeah, that can. Well, I don't know about belching flames, but nausea can happen.
I guess I'm just not quite used to teleporting as much as some people.
I fucking hate teleportation.
It's a first for me too.
I've
Cool
only
with
ever
it?
done it a few times, but you do get used to it. She says as she's sweating, fighting off the nausea.
Well, you do get used to it, especially when you do it multiple times a day.
Oh, you guys are hardcore. People still say that. I'm gonna assume they still say that.
I'm certain some people do.
Yes, I'm sure there's someone who says that somewhere. A half-orc wizard wearing the House Orion robes will look at you all and be like, "All right, welcome. Your carriage is waiting in the lower levels. They will take you to your final destination."
After the carriage ride, that's it, right? No more wild goose chases, no more weed men hallways. We're there, yeah?
As far as I'm aware.
Oh my fucking. Okay, come on.
Don't look
Let's
at me,
get
I
this.
just work here. I just make the teleporter work.
I'm not mad at you. I am upset with the system that has been put in place.
So
Trust
where
me,
exactly are we right now?
You're in Flamekeep, which everybody who's a normal person knows is the capital of Thrain, the home of the Church of the Silver Flame.
Oh!
What did you say
Oh.
the capital was called?
Flamekeep.
Flamekeep. Okay.
Very simple.
Yep, got it.
Yeah. Flamekeep is the capital of Thrain, Thrane, which is where you also have heard of Thrain because you met that Templar on the second quest you had, the himbo. He served in the Thranic military, and you also know that Lady Ray also served in the Thranic military.
Well, welcome to halfway across the continent, then.
Correct. You guys have traveled thousands of miles in the matter of seconds.
Well, better than the trains, I suppose.
Oh my goodness. That was incredible.
They're also casual about this.
Are you two gonna learn this kind of magic, and are you two gonna make sure we travel like this from now on? Because if so, I should probably stop bringing a barf bag.
Oh,
Something
I
you can
don't know.
learn.
Yeah. Don't
If you
really
want.
know how to do this, but I'm sure I could have eventually figured out how to craft a device.
I mean, between you two, you'll figure out a way to do it without making us barf. So don't worry about it. I'm just teasing you, okay?
If you want to get more used to it, then just let me know. I can step into the Fey realm very briefly, a few times a day.
Well, if
Get so
you
used to it.
really want to, and you don't want to use any of this, I could just make like a giant catapult and launch us wherever we need to go.
Why can't
Would
we just
produce-
take the train like normal people?
I feel like that
The
would
cat
produce
girl looking
more
at the
stomach
cat.
problems.
Well, I don't imagine we'll be teleporting too terribly often, but now
What if
you
the
are,
carriage teleports?
But now
I'm
you-
just saying.
I don't think the carriage is going to teleport. However, you do now know we are likely going to have to teleport to get back home. You can brace yourself for that.
Oh, Juby. So sort of just like fucking just like puts her face into against Juby's shoulder before sadly walking into the carriage. All defeated.
It's I
Why
know
did
you
you
can
remind me?
I know you can handle it. You can do it. And climb in the
don't know.
carriage after her.
Yep.
Should not have had a Sharn hot dog before this.
So, I already told you a bit about myself. What about the rest of you?
I'm assuming we're all in the carriage at this
Yeah,
point.
you're all in the carriage. You do feel that weird kind of sensation that outside of you guys talking inside of this carriage, there is basically a silence and an obscurement spell put around your carriage. So you can't look out of it, basically, and nobody can look in it, presumably.
Extremely tinted windows.
Yes.
Which celebrities?
Well, Malral, I'll go ahead and start us off. Name's Fruling.
Fruling. Good to
Yeah.
meet you, Mr. Fruling.
That'll do. But, my profession, killing people, hurting people, it's that sort of thing.
You make it sound so crass.
I think that's a lot of people's line of work.
Oh, but I don't just exactly want to kill just any people. Not for a bit of a spot of revenge, you know.
Oh, yeah? For who? What'd they do?
You haven't earned that right yet.
Oh,
We'll see how
I'm
this
sorry.
goes.
I hope I earn it later then. What about you two? The ones with the ears.
We all have ears. You gotta specify more
That
than
is
that.
true. We do all have ears. I'm not sure if you necessarily have ears. I'm not that familiar with dragonborn physiology, but I presume you do have some kind of auditory device.
We got the holes, and he moves his tendrils out of the way to see like a small little ear hole, but no actual like ear flap.
So you don't have ears.
Not in the same sense, but they do have the ability to hear based off of an orifice on their heads. Basically ears.
Paige writing notes right now. Like, oh, okay.
Or
Dragonborn.
you what you doing there with that book there? I don't know your name.
Sorry, my name is Paige.
Like the paper?
Yes, exactly. Just like this book.
Oh. Well, good to meet you, Miss Page.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. I just, I like to write down things that are interesting, or I'm still in school, so I'm studying and want to learn as much as I can.
Oh yeah? That's good for a kid like you. What are you trying to study?
Currently chronomancy. It's still pretty early, but
Colonel, what's he?
essentially time
Blocks.
magic.
Sorry. That's how your professor explained it to me when I got confused. I get the
Right.
feeling me and Malral are on the same education level.
Oh, are you one of them wizard types?
Suppose you could classify me as that. Yes.
Oh, hey. Do you know what tool helps a wizard with writing the correct runes in their spellbook?
Don't.
A spell checker.
I hope they check their spells before they put them in the book.
I think I understood this one, because it's what wizards cast are spells, so it would be something checking them.
She got it.
You must have a book of these somewhere.
A lot of jokes from a lot of different people during the war. We get a lot of free time between battles.
But this here is my sister, Cess. We're the ones with the ears, yeah.
Good to meet you, Miss Sess.
Likewise.
I like your jacket. It's spiky.
The spikes, because they're made of goo, change and they sort of like wave a little hello, and then it sort of like smacks it and goes back into spike shape.
Whoa! How'd that do that?
Magic, big man.
That's pretty cool. But I still prefer hard steel. Still, though.
Have you never
Moving
seen
jacket.
soft metal?
Pretty awesome.
You know metal can come in like other shapes, right?
Of course.
There's tales of people that can like make the metal change as they swing it too.
Oh, that's beyond me.
You gotta accept things in all forms, big guy.
And you said, did you really give her name yet?
I have not.
Okay. And you said you were a former bodyguard, right?
Well, that's right. My family is the Ravimons. I'm Jubilee, and well, after being a bodyguard for several years, I went freelance with it.
Oh. Well, good to meet you, Miss Ravermont.
Likewise.
I hope we can all work well together.
I hope so too. It didn't exactly work out the last time we worked with outside contractors, so I've.
Oh, well. Hopefully you don't have to worry about that with me.
I hope not.
I kind of need the coin for this anyway. Saving up for something.
Oh? For a trip, or?
Oh, no, it's, I got a bit of a war injury, you see. So I'm kind of saving up to see if I can't find someone to help with that.
We've been making a lot of money, so I'm sure this will help a lot.
That's why I'm working.
Sure to get fixed in time.
Yeah. What's your name? The, human, right?
He is in fact the only human in this room. I'm Sylvana. It's good to meet you.
Well, good to meet you, Miss Sylvana.
I'm an artificer, so I appreciate your craftsmanship.
Oh, thanks. Made all this myself.
Oh, excellent work. Did you have any professional training?
Yeah, actually. Back before I was in the war, I stood underneath the blacksmith. Guy back in Cyan.
Seer?
Took me in, little goblin fella.
Did you mean seer?
Yes, sorry.
Not the color.
Yeah,
So-
back in Seer.
Sabata perks up and goes, wait, you studied in Seer? Are you from Seer?
In a ways. My tribe moved to Seer when I was very young. So I essentially grew up there.
Oh, that's incredible. I'm from Seer. I grew up in Malral, which you know
No
is the capital
shit!
of Seer.
I never went to the big parts, but yeah, that's awesome.
It's so wonderful to meet another Seeran, and fortunately there aren't too many of us these days.
Yeah.
Uh,
I lost a lot. But I'm glad to see I'm not the only one who made it out.
Yes, I'm sorry for bringing it up. I was just so taken aback to meet another Seeran, and in our line of work, no less. How
No,
wonderful.
it's great. It's great. Bringing it up, it brings back a few good memories.
All right. And as you guys are about to say something next, the coach stops and the door opens and you guys are in an underground chamber and there is a halfling wearing full plate and the symbol of the silver flame on his armor and on a necklace around his neck.
G'day, mate.
Pleasure to have you contractors here. I've seen that you all took the job and made it this far, so I'm going to take you to give you the debrief about the mission itself.
We're ready.
And in case you're wondering, I'll be your primary point of contact. I'm the Templar Errant Commander, Theseus Oleanus. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Oleanus.
Yeah, Ephesius Oleanus.
Fees.
I'll put it in the Discord.
Help me! Help me! Fantasy names!
Just as a general note, Fru, who had started off this day kind of trying to like lead the group and be confident, is slowly shifting back and taking the back seat of things.
You said he was a halfling?
Yep, he's a halfling paladin.
Halfling paladin. Point of contact, right?
Yep. And he will escort you into a small... this place is entirely subterranean. There are no windows or anything. But he takes you into a small room where there are some chairs set up. And once you are all gathered inside, he goes, all right, well, the job is very simple, but there are some important considerations to it. It's a 3-day contract. You're to escort a certain individual amongst the clergy to the town of Emberfall. It has religious significance to the Church of the Silver Flame. They wish to do a personal pilgrimage to it.
See.
Sorry, what?
No, I thought there was a pause for questions there,
Yeah.
but please
No,
continue.
sure, there's a pause. There's a pause. Ask your questions.
How far is it from here to Emberfall, you said it was?
Yes, it should be about a day and a half to get there, a day and a half back.
Okay. So the 3 days then.
Yep.
What's the cultural significance of Emberfall? You said it was some sort of pilgrimage?
Yes, it's the site of a famous battle from one of the original paladins of the flame against the forces of the lycanthropes many centuries back. And so it has a bit of significance for their martyrdom that they did there.
Did he say the name of the person we're guiding?
Not yet. He has not said the name of the person you're protecting yet.
And who we taking there?
All right, I just wanna caveat this right now. So you're guarding somebody incredibly important. And there's a reason why we've had you all selected for this and not holding it in-house. And that's because there are certain members of the Council of Cardinals which would potentially take advantage of this situation. So just take into consideration you have been entrusted with something incredibly important.
I see. I'm glad that you put your trust in us. We'll see it done.
That sounds like a pretty big reveal, so I do want to ask a few minor questions. In terms of care for the, I guess, target at this point, or client, I don't know what the proper term
Client.
is. Will we be given supplies, things like rations, camping supplies?
Yes.
And any extra care that the client may need that should be taken care of?
They should not require any additional treatments or services. They can mostly take care of themselves, but of course watching their back. But we will supply you with necessary camping equipment and food and other supplies.
Is it the good rations?
Yes.
All right. Because I remember they tried to give us some MREs back in the war of pizza, and it did not taste good.
I'm inciting that ration remark, by the way, when he said yes. Was he saying yes just to get Malral to be quiet, or does he actually mean the food's good? Let's go. First roll of the night. 9!
They're pretty good. You're not a scrutinizing judge of character when it comes to rations, but you assume they're pretty good.
Can I insight too, just for the fun of it?
It's very not necessary, but go.
15.
They're nice rations.
Oh yeah, we're getting the good stuff. Mac and cheese.
Anything else?
I must ask. If you're so worried about the safeties, and who is it that you're worried about attacking during the time?
Well, we're gonna make the path that's planned for you all is to be off the beaten path. We don't want you taking any main roads or anything. So there are concerns for potentially the certain factions within the church taking advantage of the situation and perhaps leveraging the absence of this person to their particular intents.
Wait,
There
we're
shouldn't
going
be
off road
any-
for this?
What?
You said we're going off road for this?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of a security risk?
No, it would be a bigger concern if you were to travel the main roads.
Fur has a coy smile.
Anything else?
Kind of just shrugs.
No.
Yeah, no more questions. No more questions. I think we're all good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get the client, and be sure to bow appropriately. And he walks into another room, and then when he comes back in, he quickly takes a knee. As you see an 11-year-old girl walk in, and you guys are filled with just the overwhelming presence of the divine around you. Those of you who are a bit more, educated types, you can identify this as the Keeper of the Flame, Jayla Duran, basically the Pope of the Silver Flame.
Oh,
No idea who that is, but I was told to bow, so I'm gonna bow.
Yeah. She is an 11-year-old girl, and is supposedly the one person entrusted to speak directly to the Silver Flame itself.
Fur kind of stands behind somebody to avoid bowing.
Says does not bow. She looks genuinely confused. Like she's looking over the child, waiting to see if the actual client's gonna walk in.
Yubi will do her very polite, courtly bow.
Sup, kid? You ready to go for a hike?
Oh, you are indeed very charming, Malral. I'm glad that I put adequate trust in you for this particular inquiry.
Hey, neat. I guess my stories get around.
Despite being 11, she clearly has seen some things TM and has a level of wisdom which obviously is leaps and bounds beyond what she should have for an 11-year-old. And she smiles at all of you quite beatifically and goes, please, stand. There's no reason to bow.
Oh, good. It's hurting my back.
Well, it's an honor to meet you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm assuming you all know our names. What's yours?
This is the keeper, the most holy and serene keeper of the flame, Lady Jayla Duran. You can just call me Jayla.
Yeah, that's neat. I got a flame too. And he kind of like does like a slow puff to where he can use a constant tiny little light at the edge of his mouth like a lighter. Yeah, cool, right?
Yes,
I can light my own cigars.
It is very impressive, Malral. I understand your varied surprises, but unfortunately my connection with the flame grows weaker the farther from Flamekeep I go. So, while we are within the walls of this city, I may be incredibly powerfully attuned to the flame itself, but outside of it, I'm just like anybody else.
Well,
that might be for the best if we're trying to keep things on the DL.
well, if it makes you weaker if you go away from it, why not just like put it on a torch and walk with it?
That is not how it works, Malral, but I appreciate the sentiment. But
So how?
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
I was gonna say. So how big is our attachment then? Just us, or
Yes.
is there going to be more?
The Templar Errant have assured me that the 6 of you will be sufficient, and any more may draw additional attention.
Fair enough. Crew's just dusting their crossbow off.
Can you spell their name in the chat, please, so I can put it in my notes?
Yeah.
Is this a pilgrimage you do annually? Is this something you do often?
No, this is my first time taking this pilgrimage. But we come upon a particular holy day around it, and I felt it was important to be able to take this journey. My Templar Errant assured me that I would be well taken care of.
Are you sorry, I'm sorry. Let me pull up my notes. So I don't just say stupid stuff. Did Ephesius tell you why you need a bodyguard detail for the pilgrimage?
He said there were many bad people who did not have my best interests in mind.
Now, my dear Obs, how many different like factions are there in the Silver Flame that could potentially be at work here?
We know the racist one.
Yes, you guys obviously know the Seekers, who are not like an official part of the Silver Flame. They're just a radical sect of cultists as far as main Silver Flame religion is concerned.
They wouldn't be like recognized though.
No.
Yeah.
But you do know that, Fru specifically knows this because of their intimate connection with the Silver Flame religion, that there are segments of the Council of Cardinals who are basically the top officials in the Thranic government as well as the Church of the Silver Flame, who put politics and self-interest above necessarily justice, piety, and goodness. And so they will occasionally conspire against each other. And they, while of course very vocally supporting the Keeper of the Flame, there will always be another Keeper of the Flame.
I'd say they want their Keeper of the Flame in power.
Yeah, it's a the keeper is chosen by the flame. It is not something anybody has a say in, perhaps, but you know, you can always get a redo if the keeper dies.
If all the other keepers are dead, it might as well be mine, you know?
Yep.
Just saying.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure that won't be a problem, since I'm going to be in all of your capable hands.
That's right. You won't have anything to worry about. We'll keep a close eye on you.
She gives you that big smile. Well, if you don't have any additional questions, I'll go gather together my things and we can head out.
In terms of security detail, I think someone brought up a good point. We don't. Do people normally make a pilgrimage to Emberfall? Do you think?
It is not a common pilgrimage path, but I felt that despite my young age, I should take more opportunities with the war being over to explore some of the points of particular religious importance to us.
Do you have to go there in your fancy garb? I mean,
No, I'll be wearing common clothes. The key is to maintain a low profile.
you want us to go out? I mean, I'm not certain what kind of fashions in this town, but we could bring back some clothes, and you can tell us which ones you'd like to use. Yeah.
Oh,
We can fix you up a battle dress. Be like a nice ball gown with like metal sheets attached to it. Be really cool. You'd spin around. You look real shiny.
I appreciate the offer, but my Templar errant have assured me that they have a very appropriate dress for me to wear to maintain a low profile.
Okay. If we're using this time as any prep time, though, I mean, do we have prep time? Do we have some time before we have to go on the pilgrimage?
I don't know, like some time for her to get ready, but aside from that, she's just like,
Okay.
let's go.
All right. Just wondering. You go ahead and get ready, all right, ma'am. We'll be here for you, all right?
Excellent, Cess. I truly appreciate your watchful gaze.
You
And
said gaze. You go. Sorry, that was a bad attempt at a joke.
she just gives you kind of a very maternal smile from somebody like half your size.
Mhm.
As she then goes in the back room with Ephesius. After, you know, basically like 20 minutes of downtime, if you guys want to say anything amongst each other before people reemerge.
Is Oleana still there?
No, he goes with Jayla.
Okay. I look to the others and goes,
Wow. This is pretty high stuff. Sounds like an easy job, though. Taking a kid across on a small trail.
I mean, that's not just some kid. You know that, right? Like, I mean, like she gave a title and all that. You know what that title is, yeah?
Titles are just words. We're a kid.
Yeah, I know, but some people don't get that. Some people put a lot of value on those words. You know, and those people are gonna be a problem.
Oh,
Truce.
we'll stop that from
Thanksgiving.
happening.
Yeah.
They're a kid. They probably just want to get out of this stuffy place and have a bit of fun.
Well, that kid has a lot of responsibility, and I didn't expect her to be so young. But I think this is something that we shouldn't gloss over. I mean, it seems pretty cut and dry and easy, but this is a very important person. I can't imagine we're the only ones who know she's going on a pilgrimage.
Oh no, we should be on our best behavior, Truce says, smiling while testing the trigger of her crossbow.
Speaking of being on our best behavior, Fru, I noticed you slinked to the back there during the conversation, buddy. It's okay. I'm like that too, you know. Not good at talking. I don't know where I was
Julia
going with this. I had a
child.
thing to say. Shit.
It's not necessarily that.
That's okay. For you don't have to put up a front with me. You like me. I get that. It's okay, buddy. We can let Juby and Paige do all the hard big word talking.
I just think you know my opinions about the Silver Flame.
Oh no, I got opinions too. But recently, did you know that just because some people in a group are bad doesn't mean the whole group is bad.
Oh, no. I know that they're not all the Seekers, but
The Seekers.
yes. The
I'm
Seekers
lost in
of the
this
Silver
conversation.
Flame. You know, the people that are a radical sect of the Keepers.
No, I know about the Seekers. I'm just a little surprised that you would name them explicitly as, people of interest to you.
Leans in close to Paige and whispers in her ear, "Who are the Seekers?"
They're a pretty bad group of people.
Bad guys. Got it.
Yes.
All I'm saying is that there's a group of people that might want to hurt this girl. Cock's crossbow.
And you seem to think the Seekers will be after her.
Oh, yes.
Rather, it seems you're hoping they will be.
Maybe a bit of column A, a bit of column B.
As long as we keep the
opportunistic.
kids safe.
Brew, I don't know what your situation is, but right now we have a job to do.
Oh no, I very much want to do this job. I'll keep her safe with everything that I have.
Because first and foremost, that is our job. We are keeping her safe from point A to point B. Anything else that you might think could happen is secondary. Is that understood?
Crystal clear.
Insight check.
Oh no!
Get that
not inciting
PvP,
the
baby.
party.
PvP.
With my 0 modifier, let's go. 13.
Ooh, proof of one. Big lies up in here.
Big lies.
Juby doesn't say anything. She clocks that though.
I think we
So-
can all clock that with just
Yeah,
a passive insight.
They're basically what you would gather. The actual intent is they understand that there's a mission, but if they can get out of their way to go a little further, they're probably going to try.
She's just gonna narrow her eyes and just. You remember what's important, all right?
I do.
Okay.
Besides, getting a few underlings wouldn't exactly put the biggest dent in it.
Well, firstly, the thing about Garden is you don't hope for combat.
Fair enough. It may not even be the Seekers.
So that means that if we do encounter anybody, we are on our best behavior. Because we're not about to put our charge into any unnecessary situations.
No, I will not put her into danger.
All right. So long as we're clear on that.
Speaking of, this ain't exactly a fight. This is a different kind of job. So, Juby, is there a formation you want us in or anything like that? Like, do you want certain people, do you want Fru to scout ahead? Do you want
Well,
Fru to take a sniping point? Do we all want to just ball up around her?
see,
No,
the problem is we're trying to blend in as much as possible. not draw any attention to ourselves. If we move, surrounding her, anybody who is potentially keeping an eye on us will know who we're protecting.
I can offer her a piggyback ride.
That might put her into a clear path of a crossbow bolt, but sure.
I'm pretty good at protecting people next to me.
Hmm.
Well, as you said, we hope for no combat, so...
Right, and we're doing this as a group, so it should be fine.
I'll keep a weather eye out and I'll let you know if I see any movements that seem suspicious. You know that I'll be looking for it.
Do we want to dress up as Silver Flame followers just to match the sake of the pilgrimage?
Well, if she's wearing commoner's clothes, I imagine just us as ourselves will be just fine. If we look like a parade, they'll know something's up.
Well, I mean, looks at Paige in her school uniform, looks at herself in looks at herself in the fucking trashy leather jacket.
I know we're a ragtag bunch, but I think if we're all looking like we belong with the Silver Flame,
They'll probably think that this girl's with the Silver Flame too.
exactly.
Don't overthink it, Seth, darling.
For now,
Yeah.
we're just ourselves, and we happen to have an 11-year-old with us.
If anyone asks, she's human, right?
Yep.
All right.
She's a
If anyone
dark-skinned
asks,
human.
Sylvana can pretend to be the big sister.
Pardon?
It's acting.
I
saw it at a theater once.
I don't know how to act, and I've never been a sister to anyone.
Oh, it's real easy. I mean, just look at me and Paige.
You guys are sisters.
There's a resemblance, right?
I mean, they both have round ears. That's something, right?
Either way, it's not like there's any shortage of 11-year-old rich kids out there that could be having a carriage. Once again, don't
Are we going in
overthink.
a carriage? I thought we were just walking.
I believe that is the plan.
Huh?
To stay off the roads. And, I guess trailblaze it, hike it.
Yeah, pack the trail mix. We're going for a hike.
Juby looks down at her heeled boots.
Ephesius will come back out with some satchels of various supplies and equipment for you guys. And you see Jayla come out. She's wearing just the most generic commoner's outfit with her little silver flame holy symbol necklace. And she's got a kind of like a Dora the Explorer backpack, except it's the silver flame like arrowhead symbol. And she's got that on her back. She gives you guys a big smile.
All right, are you ready to go?
Absolutely. I guess after you.
Malral offers his hand to her.
Oh, thank you, Malral. And she will take your hand.
Paige is gonna kind of be at her side, kind of like trying to form like an indiscreet circle.
It's a long walk, so if your legs get tired, tell me. I got plenty of room up on my shoulder.
Thank you, Malral. I will definitely take you up on that. And yeah, with that, she will start walking. And Ephesius will escort you guys to a secret underground exit that takes you out into a forest.
Once they're out of earshot from Mr. Oleanis, Malral whispers to Jayla,
Hey, why do Paladins wear chainmail?
For their protection.
Because it's holy armor.
Oh, that's a good one, Malral. That's a good one.
Did Ephesius give us a map?
Oh, yes. She reaches into her silver flame backpack and takes out a little map that she hands to you guys. I haven't been outside of the castle in so long. It's so bright and beautiful out here.
Well, you've never been outside the castle?
Well, I have, but I've always been escorted and such.
Well, now's a chance we can play a little as we're outside.
Play? What kind of play?
Oh, like games like I Spy, or we can play, we can see like the good sights, travel by the river, splash in any puddles we see.
I feel like that may be a little eye-catching.
It'll be eye-catching if you don't.
I'll be on the lookout then. And, so you just kind of look it up at all like squirrels and birds and stuff in the trees as you guys are walking along. And you start moving through the outdoors. How do you want to go about your journey for the first day?
I think Fru would probably be like close to the front. Potentially, I don't think if they could keep up while remaining stealthed, they would do that while just trying to keep an eye out just in case anything comes through.
Okay. Jubilee?
Juby would be hanging in the back, actually. Sort of keeping an eye, kind of trusting that Fru's got the front, so mostly keeping an eye on left and right.
Okay. Seth?
If we're moving at a stealthy pace, does that mean our journey's gonna take a bit longer, or
it's gonna take a day and a half if you move at like any conservative pace, basically.
Okay, got it. Then yeah, I will stay roughly back middle-ish with I'm assuming everyone else who isn't going front or back, yeah.
Okay. Paige? You still gonna stand with Malral around her?
Yes, that
Okay.
that is the plan. Mhm.
And Savannah will just kind of flank around, basically. She's kind of moves between the back and sides. But she's kind of also meandering, and it's so hot out. Do you people normally walk out in the wilderness this long?
Feels fine to me. Then again, I was born in the jungle, so.
I'm just not used to so much pollen and movement.
Yeah. Just
Juby will very casually hand her one of her very flowery, very lacy embroidered handkerchiefs.
I got 2 shoulders if you want to ride on the other one.
No, I should be fine. And she starts, blotting her forehead, and she'll unbutton her tunic coat a bit so she can, just blot on her chest and stuff as she keeps walking.
While I'm walking with the kid, I'm just talking to Jayla a bit, just about her interests and what she likes to do. Just trying to find things as a kid she might have some fun with. Also, just telling bad jokes and playing just road games like I Spy and things like that, just to help pass the time and have her be a little fun. But also, while I'm doing that, I'm also keeping special attention on the other party members. For if I hear any kind of like a warning or anything from them, I have the spell Sanctuary readied.
Gotcha. Yeah, she's kind of a boring kid, to be honest. Like, most of her pastimes is playing with her mage hound. who is also her personal bodyguard, who she apparently left back in Flamekeep, attending state things as well as just communing with the flame or reading about previous keepers of the flame and figuring out ways that she could do charitable work and stuff. Her life seems to be fairly mature and very boring.
You don't get to like have any time for yourself to go play? You don't have any like toys or hobbies you like to do?
No, I have expectations. There is much I need to do.
Yeah, but every kid needs time to have fun.
I unfortunately did not have childhood as an option.
Oh, we can't have that. What do you say we have a bit of fun while we're traveling?
Oh?
Yeah. For example, have you ever ridden the back of a dragonborn before as he runs full speed?
I have not.
You want to try?
Um, okay, maybe just for a little bit. There's a lot of tree branches around.
Don't worry. I'm pretty tall. I know where to not stick my head. Goes ahead and bends down so she can hop on his back.
All right. She will get on your back a bit tentatively.
Just like arms underneath her legs and, dad carrying, just like kid pose. And just start running around. Don't go too far from the others, but definitely like make it fun for her. Just giving her a bit of a fun ride.
Sylvana's gonna roll up to Sess. This seems like Malral definitely has a way with children.
He's got a very boisterous personality. I'm just kind of hoping we just gotta keep an eye out to make sure they don't go too far, don't get too excited.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel so uncomfortable. I don't know how I'm supposed to act.
What do you mean?
But it's the keeper of the flame, literally right here.
Okay, Silvana, let's break it down like this. We had paints the Orion's family in our household. Did we act with too much stress then?
Yes, you were all running around crazily.
But we made it, yeah. We're fine.
All right.
There's this old dwarven song my coach made me sing to remind me to stay focused. I'm not gonna sing it right now with everyone here like this, but it's been a while since I said it in common, but it goes where
you know I speak Dwarvish.
That's fair. I'm sorry. I didn't know if it was going to be a group activity or just an us activity, but if you prefer it to just be us, I'm fine with that. It says in Dwarvish, where did we come from? Over the mountain. Where are we going? Over the mountain. And then you make up the lyrics as you go on, saying something, something over the mountain. Listen. It's a lot, we got assigned God duty, but we got assigned God duty because those people thought we could do it. If we act all scared and nervous around there, we can't exactly be our normal selves and do our job, yeah?
Yeah, I guess I just never really view myself as a guard, per se.
Well, I mean, that's more Juby's line of work, but hey, I mean, everything's applicable on a resume, yeah?
I never had to make a resume.
Well, I'm sure Paige and I could help you with it back in town, worst case, but or explain it better. But listen, no matter what you studied before, you were hired because you had skills that were applicable to this job. Now, it's not the guard duty thing that's bugging you, though. It's the fact that she is that important, yeah?
Yes.
Well, I mean, would it make any difference if we regarded a different important person?
I guess I don't know.
I get that you think a lot, Sylvana, and that's fine, but some things you should just relax, underthink, you know? Don't. Fru told me not to think so much, and, as condescending as that is, it is how I deal with things like this. I didn't know who this lady was at first, but now that I do, it doesn't change the fact that she's still somebody we have to protect, you know?
Yeah, I guess you're right. And it's funny when we were talking about, the flames and lights out there. I didn't think it would lead to such a literal manifestation.
Yeah, I got real lucky with that analogy.
And
Anyways, listen.
she
Okay.
kind of she'll kind of lean against you for a bit as she chuckles.
Listen, don't worry. Worst case, if any of this advice doesn't work, just remember you're not alone, okay? And she holds her hand, kind of pinky by pinky at first.
Yeah.
Mm, don't
She'll
worry.
squeeze her hand back and go, "Yeah, I'll be sure to keep that in mind."
Mm,
She gives you kind of an awkward smile as she looks away and starts walking some more, blotting at herself with her handkerchief.
says praising herself for having the willpower to not look down.
um, After a while, Malral, the child seemingly enjoys, running around on your back for a bit, but then she asks to be let down. And,
Yeah, definitely do that nice and easy.
Yeah.
Malral's probably a bit winded himself. He was literally running in full plate.
Yeah. It must be nice for you to have a outlet for a child with everything that happened to you.
I don't know what you're talking about, kid.
Well, with your wife, of course.
Let's keep that on the down low.
So be it. But just know that you are allowed such deviations in behavior. You can't suffer forever.
Thanks, kid. But I was also kind of just trying to do it for you. Must be pretty hard being stuffed up in there all the time. Trying to give you a chance to be more of a kid, you know? Like you said, you never had a chance. Well, here's your chance. Won't it be fun?
It's different. It's at least that. But I'm just gonna take a bit to go talk to the others.
All right. Just be careful, all right?
I'll do my best. And she kind of stumbles over a tree branch for a second.
Quickly, catches her and rights her before she falls on her face.
And she smiles and then, thank you, Malral. And she's gonna walk over to Paige. Paige hasn't gotten to talk very much.
Yeah.
And she'll just be walking next to you.
Must be a lot of really difficult doing this. I mean, you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulder.
Yes, it is quite difficult. But that is it is my lot in life. I was chosen for such things.
You're really doing a good thing. I'm sure a lot of people look up to you. Well, I mean, of course they do. It feels like it'd be a little overwhelming, though. I couldn't imagine.
It can be, but it's also a bit alienating in its own right. You get treated as a concept, as a principle more than as a person.
To hear that, I mean, of course you're your own person. The title is usually a lot heavier, though.
I try to do the best I can with it, for however long I will have it. But I'm sure your responsibilities to your sister have also been intensive over the years.
Kind of taken a big burden on for myself, yeah. But it's. I mean, I couldn't compare it to yours, but in the end, it is to help other people, and I'm glad for it. You know, I'm happy I can help.
I'm sure that you do plenty of good and everyone sees it. And I'm sure your parents are looking down at you very proud of you.
Wait, how do you? Oh,
Kind of gives you that knowing smile.
yeah. I'm sure they're proud of us, or proud of me. We still got a long walk to go. I, I, I mean, in this life and here as well, we've got a lot of traveling to go to, but I hope it'll be enjoyable for you at least.
Yes, it's always enjoyable to get some time to meet some new people who aren't worshipping the idea of me. And hopefully I can help you all a bit too.
Oh, that wouldn't be necessary. I mean, we're here to help you.
You all have your various obstacles that you're struggling with, and sometimes it's helpful to have somebody on the outside who can be a voice of reason. And I assure you that it'll all be okay. And when you want to talk about it, we can talk about everything.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. She'll kind of not she like try to go in for a head pat but like stop midway like oh wait.
She kind of giggles and she'll just grab your hand and kind of forcibly ruffle her hair a bit.
So sorry, that was probably so disrespectful of me.
I know your sister tells you you think too much, Paige. But don't worry, it's okay.
Yeah, okay. Your hair is very soft, by the way.
Thank you. There are many servants who oil it daily.
I'm sure.
Got to keep up appearances, you know how it is.
Oh, I can only imagine. But at least here, I mean, with such small of a group, you can kind of let loose a little bit. We'll be sure we won't tell anyone.
He goes, all right, well, then I'm going to let you in on a secret.
Hmm?
And she will unzip her silver flame backpack, and she takes out some arrowhead cookies, and she gives you one.
Ooh. Did you make these? Or did you...
No, I don't know how. These were made by one of the chefs.
I see you have a bit of a rebellious side then.
You know what they say about flames. If you don't keep your eyes on them, they'll go everywhere and burn everything.
Hmm. That is true. But thank you for the cookie.
As you try the cookie, this cookie tastes like dust and ash. It is revolting. All you can think about was how amazing that cookie you had when you were dreaming was, and this could never ever hope to compare.
She oh yeah, she'll take a bite of it and kind of cup her hand over her mouth really quickly.
Is something wrong?
Mm, 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 no, no, it's very nice. Thank you.
Sorry if you didn't like it. It's fine. I'll maybe it was just a bad one. I'll see if everyone else feels the same way. As she takes a bite of one of her cookies and goes, "Tastes fine to me."
I think there was something inside of it. I think maybe it got mixed in with uh the nail or something.
Yeah, probably would.
Did you say nail?
She's trying, okay? She's
Can't
trying.
think of anything.
Yeah. Oh, nails? Do you normally bake with nails?
The nails
There's a
Um,
reason why Says cooked in the household. That's all I'm saying.
she just kind of laughs and goes, "Well, I'm sorry if you didn't like it.
it's fine. It's fine. Really, thank you.
Well, I think I'm going to go say hi to everyone else. Make sure they know that they're all cared for."
Thank you again.
Of course, Paige. I hope that one day you can confide in what your true name is to me. She just smiles and walks away. Jubilee. Next up.
Oh boy, it's
A
my turn on the
child
couch.
Oh boy,
The
child therapy.
child
Let's go.
approaches.
A child approaches. She kind of gets in step next to you, looking up at you.
I know.
You've changed.
She'll just kind of stare at her for a little bit and just kind of smiles. Yeah, I know.
Inside and out.
Yeah.
Does it hurt?
Some of it. Not always. Not all of it.
Are you afraid of what will happen next?
Do you think I should be?
There. I might be speaking from a bit of a point of privilege here, but your outward changes could come with strings attached that you may not be totally aware of.
Oh, well, I see how you might think that, the impression you might have, considering, you know, your own position and, what you find to be the truth and believe in, but that's not really something I am too worried about right now. And if anything changes, I'll deal with it.
What about the changes inside? Are you afraid of where they will take you?
No. No, I'm not afraid of that. Begging your pardon if I speak plainly, but even though I could be hurting overall, I've been feeling pretty damn good.
Just be careful that you don't feel good up until it stops.
I feel good because I've been able to find myself. And no one's given me that but me.
Do you not like who you were?
I think you of all people can appreciate when your life is dictated by expectation.
He smiles.
I didn't dislike who I was, but I wouldn't say I was happy either. You're awfully observant for someone so young, but I have to say, this isn't casual observation, is it?
She smiles.
Thought so. Any other pearls of wisdom I should consider?
You seem to be a bit slow to trust. I can understand that. Perhaps there are still opportunities to open your heart.
Hmm. We'll have to see about that.
You don't want to be alone when anything comes about. I can tell you that much.
I won't be alone. I've got my friends.
I hope you don't drive them away. She holds up a cookie for you.
She would be able to tell that that's the first moment that Jubilee's calm facade kind of cracks. But corrects herself, takes the cookie. She doesn't need it, but
Mhm.
she takes it to be polite,
Uh-huh.
and she doesn't really say anything after that.
And Jayla will just nod and she starts kind of skipping away to go over back to Dragon Dad.
Gnaws on the cookie.
It tastes fucking terrible. It tastes like dust and ash. much
Another
like
hank
with
takes out another handkerchief
much
and
like with-
spits it into it.
much like with Paige, you just have the overwhelming sensation that this could never possibly compare to the cookie you had in your dreams.
Just clears her throat, tucks that now gross handkerchief away, and continues on.
And she will go over and give Malral a cookie.
Oh, hey. Did you make this yourself?
Oh no, my chef's made it, but I can assure you it is of top quality. Although, apparently that it's not agreeing with some of them.
What? These aren't raisins, are they?
No, it's shortbread.
Oh. Goes ahead and just pops it in his mouth.
It is
Just eat
absolutely
it in one bite.
delicious. This is a very tasty cookie.
I don't know what they're talking about. This tastes great. Can I have another one?
Okay, but don't tell anybody.
It'll be my secret.
Good. I
I'll
know you're good at
show you how
keeping
to make
secrets.
s'mores later tonight.
She gives you another cookie on the down low.
Make sure no one's looking and just quickly takes it, bites it once more because of his giant mouth. You can just eat it like it's a bite size.
I've got a few more rounds to make. Yeah, there's plenty of cookies I have to give to the others. I can't let any of you feel too elevated compared to the rest.
Yeah. But I'm also the coolest. So that's why I got the extra cookie.
Absolutely, Malral. Or should I say, the hottest?
I like your jokes. And goes ahead and gives like a puff of fire as he laughs a bit. Upward, of course.
Yeah. And with that, she'll slink back over to get pace with Cess.
I see the child approach. I make no comment.
Big smile on her face as she approaches you. Approaches you with therapeutic intent.
Says, looks at her and just like, sup?
Apparently, people are having very mixed reactions to my cookies.
Let me see one of them.
Would you like a cookie?
Yeah. Let me see one of them. Sorry, I don't know if the mic picked that up. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, she'll hand you one.
Using my proficiency in cool cooks utensils, can I tell if these are just like regular ass cookies?
No, well, they're very well made shortbread
Yeah, you know what I'm
cookies.
saying?
But
It's
yes,
like, I'm saying
they're
like,
regular ass cookies. There's nothing magical
Yeah.
about them or anything.
I take a bite.
It tastes awful. It tastes like ash and dust compared to your dream cookie.
But I'm thinking of the dream cookie, right?
That's the only cookie you can compare in your mind. The moment you taste it, it's just like, wow, this is garbage compared to that cookie I had.
Okay, so I don't think it's a you or whoever made this thing. It's a some of us got treated to some. Really, I actually haven't tried making cookies since it, but we have this tea with this like fancy person in our dreams. Someone called the Dada, but they was it the daughter out of character?
Yeah, it was the daughter. It was
Okay,
the daughter.
God bless. My brain
And
is working.
she had although you've never put two and two together after I originally said it, she had violet cat's eyes, which are almost identical to Prince's.
Yeah. That's not something for Cess to put together. Cats are weird. I mean, I got eyes too. But yeah, no, it's we tried those cookies, which were probably magical, and in hindsight, might not have been a good idea. If a strange old lady shows up in your dreams and asks if you want a cookie, you say no, okay?
Perhaps it was some kind of fae food.
Like Faye cooking?
The fae are renowned that the experiences they give you in the wilds will cause normal things by comparison to be hollow and meaningless.
Huh. I didn't. I'll try to keep that in mind with the group. I think, given current circumstances, we're gonna have to be dealing with the Fae more than we normally would have to be.
I would hope you be wary of the fae in the future.
I don't know. Met some good ones. I mean, Fru aside, there was the Fae. These Faes we helped on our first job. We got the kid back. Guess they're more dryad.
Yes, from what I understand, there are differences between the fae you meet in this plane of existence and those that haunt the wilds. And those ones, they have a tendency to be much more predatory in their ambitions.
Guess that makes sense. Every group's got their fair share of unsavory ilk. Anyways, just don't take it personally if a few of us have a bad response then to these, all right? And don't worry, we'll have plenty of nice food. We only had cookies, so we'll be able to enjoy the rest of the food that FACS gave us. Okay?
Yes, I'm sure we'll all enjoy it when we go rest up for the night soon.
Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. Sylvana looks like she's about to keel over.
You see her leaning against a tree, panting.
Oh god, I'll get the water canteen out.
Sure you don't want that shoulder ride?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I could just keep going. I could keep going.
You could do it.
Drink. You can have some water. You can breathe, you know.
She takes off her jacket. So she's just wearing like her tank top. She takes off her jacket and she's sweating profusely.
I can probably make like a rudimentary like drag bed. Maybe get some wheels out of the wood nearby. Pull you on it.
No. I'm fine. Let's just get a little hot.
It's been a pretty long day. We could camp soon, but out of character, DM. Is this like the way Sylvana's acting? Is this like, is it hot for us too, or is this like is the way she's acting?
You can tell Sylvana she is not an outdoors person.
Okay. It's not like a fever or something.
No, right? She is not built for this environment.
It's comedic relief. I have no concern. Please take this water, and we can. What time of day do we set up camp?
Just whatever time you want to. Probably around sundown.
Is it sundown? Is there any more therapy you'd like to go through?
There's a little bit more therapy for you, Sess.
All right.
You can't escape it by giving Sylvana water while she's taking her clothes off. This is why you need Jesus.
Why I need the silver flame.
You do a lot to take care of everyone.
I mean, that's what friends do, yeah?
It just seems like you do more for everyone than the others may do.
I don't know about that. Everyone's got their own ways of helping. Not really a way to measure it. I can tell you're trying to help out too right now, yeah?
I just figured it'd be nice to have some casual conversation.
I'm not too used to this kind of work, so I'm kind of focusing on making sure we're not being followed. But if you do want to talk, we can talk when we set up camp, if that's alright with you.
Oh, that'll be fine. I can understand while you may not feel comfortable being ambushed like this. You want time to prepare, be able to raise your walls appropriately.
Don't worry, I get the feeling, based on the looks that you're leaving on people's faces, I won't be able to hold up my walls with you.
It is the job of the flame to burn down all barriers. And she smiles.
Promise you we can talk later when we're ideally safer. You ever had a grilled cheese before?
I don't think I have.
Cool, I'll make that for dinner then. And we can talk over it. Alright?
Sounds exotic.
Out of character. Grilled cheese being described as exotic is fucking sending me.
That's also the best MRE, in my opinion, is the grilled cheese.
And with that, you guys will kind of taper down for the night. Fru will eventually have to stop escaping the party.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Fru, get back here. Come on, you little shit.
As you set up camp.
Hide from us for.
You need dinner eventually, good berry fucker.
I've got my good berries, don't worry.
Grilled cheese.
And as everybody hunkers down, Jayla looks at Fru very intensely.
Fru kind of is probably just like making sure to do maintenance on her weapons and just kind of looks up and just sees Jayla staring at them and just looks back at her with like a quizzical eyebrow.
Malral just barfs fire onto the fireplace to start it.
We have regular fire started. I don't. This is unsanitary. That's the conversation.
It's the cleanest flame there can be.
I'm making dinner. Shut up.
You've been doing a good job scouting.
Well, thank you, dear. I appreciate that.
You've been doing a good job as well to avoid me.
You know, that's not entirely the reason, but I'm beginning to think that it's not worth hiding very much from you, especially considering the background checks that the people did before.
Background checks?
Mm.
Do you not believe in divine will and insight?
I think you know the answer to that, if you claim to know what you know.
I know that there is little room for benevolent gods in your life.
Well, hard to tell the difference sometimes. Benevolent and irreverent, or what it may be.
I understand how much you've lost. And how that can shake your beliefs.
You know, how much do you know?
I know enough about your family, about your husband.
It was her husband, not mine.
It is interesting how you can so clearly delineate between the two at this point.
Prove it to me. Say his name.
Alas, I do not know the names. I simply know of their connection to the cold and that what befell them at the hands of wicked, wicked men.
Do you know her name?
I do not. I only know the Shadow Hunter.
I don't know why I'm asking, because you definitely, in order to know that, there's something else going on.
You were chosen for a reason, Fruling.
You didn't want to ask Esteval, Acorn, or any others?
No, we wanted you.
Why? Why did you want me?
Because of all the people that had the necessary connections to them. There is no doubt in our minds that you would be working against me.
You think that I'm working against you?
No, I don't think you are. That's why we chose you.
So it is the secrets that you're scared of, then?
There are many things that haunt the night. And you, at least, are militantly not in the favor of any faction of the church.
You're damn right about that.
I imagine you think of me as bait. That's the source of your giddy laughter.
Bait would be a strong word. Well, you haven't done anything wrong. You're merely 11 years old.
But I am a symbol.
It's people that I wish misery upon. Well, the Keepers of the Silver Flame, your sect, may not have done anything wrong. I will say that, of course, I can't exactly hold nothing against you for not stamping out the more radical folks. However, given everything, you're still just a child.
I've seen enough people burn for one lifetime. I'm sure that is something we share.
The girl and her husband are both dead.
She isn't dead, but you certainly act like it.
Ker's going to stand up and walk away.
Just gonna look at you leave. She'll turn and give a quick smile to everyone else and take a bite of her grilled cheese. Oh, this
Malral
is very good.
Malral just has a marshmallow on a stick roasting over the fire. Oh, wait till dessert. I'm telling you, s'mores are amazing. You want to try to cook one?
No, thank you.
Come on, let's have the fun.
Maybe while I take this stick, you could, help pass the time. Why are you doing this work? I understand that they're paying you enough, but why put your lives at risk for just some money?
That's a question from someone who doesn't have to worry about cash. I mean, not that I'm judging. We all come from different walks of life, but
I grew up as a
Well-
farmer, Sess. Prior to my selection by the flame, I lived a perfectly ordinary life.
you worked on the farm, yeah? Your dad did, yeah?
Yes.
Well, that was the work he was good at. And while I'm certain there's work that we're good at that isn't risking our lives, well, this is the one that gives us the most money and progress towards our end goals. For me and Paige, we just need to make a big amount of money to get where we need to get.
Doesn't
could
it seem so pointless, though?
Pointless?
Yes, you're just getting contracts from the houses who only care about more profits, and you get paid and you just keep going on. It just seems so meaningless beyond just money.
There's always the next mission, kid.
I just would imagine as a former soldier, no less, that you would understand the meaning of service to something else, to a god or a nation, to a cause, not just to your next meal.
The only thing I'd be willing to fight for got taken away in the morning. So now it's just on to the next mission.
Sylvana is gonna kind of look up at this. She looks over at Malral and goes, "Who did you lose?"
Everyone. My entire tribe wiped out. We immigrated there to get away from another tribe pushing us out of our home. Country took us in, offered us home, food. We decided to fight for it. Didn't work out. Not just my tribe, though. Met a lot of people while I was there. Master who taught me how to blacksmith. Friends I like to drink with. Wife and kid. So, I was still out on deployment when the morning happened. Don't really have a home to go back to, so guess I'm just keep on working. And that's fine.
I'm so
Still got plenty of sights to see.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Having so many, and your wife and child. I'm sorry. I need to stand up for a moment. And
Hey, Savannah. It's alright. It's a sad subject, yeah. But I've mourned. I'm always mourning, but that doesn't mean we can never talk about it. You said you're also from there, right?
I
You lose anyone?
And she's actually hyperventilating as she goes to go lean against a tree.
Hey. Just goes ahead.
Paige is already heading over there.
Whoa, wait, guys, give her space. Give her space. Okay, let her process.
You alright?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Sylvana, it's gonna be okay.
It's not your fault. Don't worry about it, kid.
And Paige, you notice her eyes look very haunted right now.
She's gonna like wrap her up in a little side hug. Gonna give her a little squeeze. It's okay. It's all right.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'll get Sylvana's tent set up. Paige, could you bring it over so that she can get some rest? And
course.
Seth's gonna go build Sylvana's tent.
Yep. And Sylvana's going to be continuing to breathe shakily as you take her to the tent. And the Jayla is going to look up at everyone and go, I'm sorry if I triggered something unfortunate amongst you.
We all process grief through our own way. Some people are still processing, I guess. The morning was kind of a, there's been nothing else like it.
I can only imagine. With that, she'll just kind of stand up and
Hey,
get away from the fire for a
hey,
bit.
kid. It's all right. Not your fault for bringing it up. You're
No,
curious. I understand.
Just
Here,
getting a little
have my
high.
s'more.
She'll take the s'more and give you kind of a forced smile as she will walk over to Cess, setting up the tent.
Malral just goes quiet as soon as the kid walks away and just starts looking into the fire.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Cess. I didn't mean to cause an incident.
Jayla, you're fine. It's even if you knew what had happened to us, there's no way you'd known how we'd react when you said the things that you said. Right? No one's gonna blame you, alright? And you're just trying to help. Hear us out. Talk to us a bit. There's nothing wrong with that. She kneels and puts her head like kneels to like be same head level so they're talking as equals, and then hand on shoulder, like it's fine. Okay, now are you shaken up too? Do you want to like step aside a bit from Sylvana's tent and just like talk?
Oh, I've felt and seen so much worse, but we can walk away a little bit if you want.
Yeah, I mean we're still in the camp. It's just we should give them some space. And I'm assuming like Paige is gonna go into Sylvana's tent with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Sylvana is just basically in a shuddering fetal position as she's in the tent. Yeah, she'll walk with Cess for a little bit.
Alright. So before you say your piece, Jayla, I'm not gonna keep my barriers up, but that means you won't keeping yours up either, okay? You're helping me, I'm helping you. We're friends, got it?
Friends. Yes. I just...
Says holds out a pinky for a pinky promise.
She looks down at your pinky for a long moment before she extends out hers and does the lock.
I got 2 silver flame friends. That's 2 more than I had back in Sharn.
Oh yes.
Anyway,
you know the priestess in Greywall, Ray.
yeah, she is. Oh, do you know her by name because of like her accolades and stuff? Should I tell her that? She might like she's not openly happy, but that might send her over the moon.
I know of many of our servants, and she is a uniquely situated one amongst the faithful.
I'd imagine there's not many goblinoids or monstrous races really in the church, yeah?
Not as many as there should be.
So, kid, you got me. What'd you want to ask about?
Just, it seems as if you do an excellent job mothering this team of grown adults.
That's quite a term to use. I don't know.
Was grown too much of a stretch?
It's fine. I've just never been described as a mother before. I don't know. I get the feeling we're all good at certain things, and lately it's just been a whole lot of things that I'm good at when it comes to taking care of people. But I know if the going gets tough, Fru and Juby will take care of us with their amazing skill in combat. Paige has got a big brain. Malral, yeah, I don't know what he does.
I know
So,
he is new to your team.
but I'm sure he'll do something he's good at some point. Jokes probably aren't that thing, but
You know that it doesn't have to end with your sacrifice.
listen, Jayla, you didn't have to become the Speaker of the Flame, right?
There was no way I could refuse. I was selected.
You telling me there was no way you could have said no? No way you could have spoken to the Silver Flame. Listen, I have a pretty good deal on my farm here. You know, politics life is above me. You couldn't have said that?
That is unfortunately not how it works.
But you have to answer to a higher calling, right? I'm not comparing your calling to mine, but
Yes.
that is what you have to do.
Yes, in essence.
And you've had to do it since you were a kid. Yeah?
Some
I
would
mean, you
say
still
I
are.
still am a child.
Wisdom and physical maturity are two very, very confusing things when it comes to this sort of thing. But listen, anyone in this group can tell you, I'm pretty sure a majority of our group has had to make sacrifices since we were young. I'm sure you already know about me, Juby, Paige in our own right, Sylvana.
I know about all of you and your stories, to a lesser degree Sylvana. She is unfortunately shrouded in much mystery.
I imagine Sire was not a nice detail for a story. Probably why it's not so much there, but listen, we all have to answer to our callings, and while not all of us know it yet, I can't just shirk from my duties. But here's the thing, alright, listen, I'm not gonna toss myself off the first chance I get, and I'm not gonna overwork myself doing everything I can either. I know how to be a little selfish. Do you know that we went to a disco? Do you know what a disco is?
I do.
Okay, you should try one when you're older. But I'm having fun, and I don't know how long I'll be having fun and being with them, but I want to make sure that when I stop, they'll be fine. You already know that I already hope for Paige to go to a better school in Arcanics.
I know all of the things you've sacrificed for her, and I'm just concerned that there is no limit to what you're going to give up for her, even though she is not the scared child that you sacrificed so much for throughout your life.
It's not just her, it's Juby, Fru slowly working his way in, Sylvana, Benny Luck, Malral, Kai, Larissa, even Paint, I guess. And to a selfish extent, I know this is what I have to do. It's not for any selfless sacrifice and paladin reason. It's for... My parents didn't want me to face this reality, but when they were gone, and I had to see how everybody else saw me, I know that this is all I'm good for. and I'm gonna make the most of it.
She puts her hand on your heart, and she goes, "There are more things you are good for, Cess, than simply sacrifice. Perhaps
Well,
you should listen to somebody who speaks with the very voice of the flame."
oh crap! Was that Pinky swear an oath?
She'll smile and go, "Honor bound for life. I'm sorry, this is a binding agreement."
Okay. If I ever come across that thing, I'll be sure to let you know. I can send you letters and stuff, right? Since we're friends.
I'm sure that the Templar Errant will, of course, review them, but you are more than welcome to send me a letter.
And you are more than welcome to come visit us or talk to us at any point, okay? Doesn't have to be behind a job, alright?
I unfortunately don't think that's in the cards, Cess.
I don't know. You might be young now, but once you get a better handle on your power, who knows what you could do? Who knows what you could fight for? I mean, you're not just some figurehead. I mean, I'm treating you like an equal right now, but I know that even though it upsets you, people look up to you. You'll find a way to make that work for you. You'll bring good change. You're already trying to do it with this group. Sure, you could do it with the whole church.
We'll see what changes I can make. Hopefully Emberfall will help be the first step towards some big changes for the church.
Well, if you need any help, you know who to ask, okay?
He smiles and goes, "I guess you're going to add the leader of an entire nation and religion as one of your prospective children, then?"
More like a young, very helpful 11-year-old girl as my friend. Okay?
So be
Now,
it.
come on. If we can stay up a little bit longer, we can see the stars. I don't know if you get to see them often back in your little room.
And yeah, she'll, for the rest of the night, she is just gonna chill out and just kind of view the stars with a lot on her mind. And unless anybody else wants to say or do anything before bed,
I have one thing.
okay, Fruit.
It'll be pretty quick. But Fru is essentially not like in the fire circle.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little upset.
Yep.
And they're just gonna kind of walk out to one of the faraway trees, making sure that they're out of vision, and sit down on the ground for a bit and just thinking about the conversation. Look at their hands for a moment, put down the crossbow, and snap their fingers. And as they snap their fingers, the first one, there's a bit of a spark of fire. The second one, a bit of a spark of lightning. The third, a bit of a spark of frost. And fourth, a bit of a spark of decay. And they're just going to deeply sigh. And then just kind of look out before going to sleep.
Could I have noticed Fru was missing and
Well, you
come
saw
out and check
Fruit
on
walk
them?
away. You literally saw them walk away.
Could I like come out and check on him?
If Fruit is open to that.
They want to get away. They're not looking to talk right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Malral will respect the distance then.
Out of character question, do we
Yeah.
have to keep watches, by the way? Is that what Fru's going
Well,
to...
you can keep it. It won't be relevant. I'll just tell you that much.
I'm just saying that if that's Fru's reasoning, you know.
Because Fru only needs the couple hours of Zen time and can do
Mhm.
the rest of the watches on their own. But
Goddamn elves being so perfect.
fucking elves. Elves, am I right? But yeah. So with that, you all go to sleep. And when you all get ready the next morning, everybody's a lot quieter. Sylvana is very much withdrawn inside of herself, and and Jayla is just kind of. She looks very, very worn out and very weary. As you guys, yeah.
Sorry, just concerned. We're ending session here, though. Sorry. I was concerned about our well-being.
Yeah. As you guys continue your yes.
As we're walking, Malral seeing everyone down.
There's something noticeably different about Fru, by the way.
What would that be?
Take a look.
Oh, Fru is blue. You've never seen a blue Fru before.
Hey.
They're blue, babadi, babadi.
They're blue. That's neat. Well, today's a good day. We're almost to the town. How about we pick up a bit of a song? I know a good cadence we can sing as we travel. Give us a march. And Malral will start singing a cadence. Try and lift spirits up at least a little bit.
Fru would walk ahead. They don't want to be anywhere near them.
Yeah, so as you guys nobody else joins in unless somebody wants to join in with Malral. And as you get closer to the town of Emberfall, you see that there's a lot of mist in the area. Very foggy day. And as you enter the town, you notice a lot of watchful eyes upon you, as Jayla will somewhat motivatedly spur you guys towards the Church of the Silver Flame in town. And as you get there, you see that the door has been pulled off its hinges, and there is a burned man crucified on the wall of the church. And with that, Jayla says, "We need to get inside. We need to get inside, and we need to get inside now."
Wait, hold on. Why don't we check it out first? Make sure there's nothing dangerous inside.
And you see all those glittering eyes looking from the mist at you guys as you enter the church itself. And Jayla is going to dart in, open her backpack, and take out a very peculiar silver and rune-covered collection of spears and start muttering some words as it starts crackling with energy. And then she's going to reach into her backpack and pulls out a short bow.
Gave the kid a gun.
You all should
Keep your eye out, kid.
You all should be getting ready for defensive positions. They're going to be coming soon. And you notice
Okay,
Jayla
now-
sounds different.
I hope you know how to use that.
Yes, I'm proficient.
All right.
Barricade the door and the
And
windows.
Who's coming?
Jayla will take off her common clothes and puts on a suit of studded leather armor, and then puts the clothes over it with some blades sheathed at her side. We're going to need to hold on for a bit because they'll be coming. They want me.
Malral will go over to her side, pull out his hammer, and with a little tap on her head, cast Sanctuary.
I'm going
We'll
to
stay
take a
with her.
position in the rafters.
Are we planning positioning now for combat, or should we
No,
do
you
that
just this is gonna be the what's gonna happen is they start shimmying up, and you notice as they're doing it, they will look down at you, and their face will shift ever so briefly into something that is very familiar from looking at nobody. This
Holy shit.
Jayla was a changeling all along.
Oh boy.
I don't even know if Malral knows that is or not.
And with that, we can end there.
Ooh.
Bum, bum, bum!
Spicy!
Who is this sassy lost child?
Oh.
All right, thank you everybody for coming out. I hope you had fun. Hope you're ready for that plot twist at the end.
Ooh, I was not ready for that.
But yeah, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I hope the players had fun getting to have some forced therapy session from somebody who had done their background checks, as Fru implied.
Good exposure. Will the party acknowledge?
And I'll be back here on Wednesday for some art practice. And you guys should definitely go check out all these wonderful players. We will once again have no stream on Friday, as I'm going to be giving big Death Knight hugs in real life to all these beautiful people. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Let's go find us some cutie pie to raid.
Nightbot is still calling me Cliff.
Well, bit by bit.
It's because I haven't changed it. I changed a lot of things, but I guess I didn't get to that part yet. Let's...
There's Honey Goblin and Murthew.
I don't know who those people are.
Naya's streaming, Key's streaming, Sprig streaming. Those are people you know. Roselia.
Let me check about this person.
Pop off.
Yeah, let's raid Kiri. She's a nice little gobbo.
Let's go, gobbo raid.
You know how I feel about goblins in this house. Kira's a very nice goblin artist. She does a lot of really good artwork. If you're a follower, please copy down the call to hugs message. If you're a sub, please copy down the knight's message. And let's go send some love to a cute little gobbo. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Ashes of the Last War. Bye!
Bye!